welcome to the Soundtrack of Our Lives podcast. Today we are joined by John from Dead Bars.
Hey, thanks for having me.
So we're going to start off with the hardest question of all. Who are you and what have you been up to recently?
John, singer, vocalist, songwriter for the band Dead Bars in Seattle. What we've been up to is we just put out a new single from an upcoming album that's coming out in March of our new full-length record, our third full-length record. The album's called All Dead Bars Go to Heaven. It's 10 songs. It's our first full length in 5 years. And the song that we just put out is a single with a video called Give the Metalhead a Hug. And that just came out last week.
Very, very exciting. What was it like putting together the video?
So the video it's an animated video, actually. And that's the first time that I've been involved in anything like that. And basically, it is very much following lyrically things that kind of happen throughout the song. And it's kind of got this kind of stoner, metalhead, like almost like Beavis and Butthead type kind of vibe to it. And it's very, I think, really, really cool, and one of my favorite kind of things. A shout out to Evan Wolf, who's the animator. He also plays in a band named Vacation, and he did a great job with it. And it's on YouTube. It's also at deadbars.com if you want to check it out there. And kind of, if you like it, please share it with your friends. Please post it in your stories or whatnot, because it is definitely visually pretty interesting looking. So I do think that it has some opportunities to get out there in a new and exciting way.
What made you guys decide to go with an animated version?
When we were writing the song, I kind of pictured it always being a cartoon. I pictured it being like I pictured literally like a character, kind of like hopping around from, screen to screen. And then, in those old school videos where there's like the bouncing ball, like with like the lyrics and
Hmm.
stuff. We don't have it exactly like that, but that's always kind of what I just kind of got a vibe of, like that, that this could be cool. And then I had noticed that a friend of ours, Evan, had been showing some animated videos, and that's some work that he had done, and then we reached out, and he hit it out of the park. He did an awesome job.
That's really cool. I'm glad that you were able to put your vision together.
Yeah, it literally exceeded my vision, because I even looked back at the notes that I sent him, and I was like, you hit every point here, but you also went like above and beyond. And it was a really short, like it was like a paragraph of just like description of what we were kind of like seeking and looking for. And it's really fun, and I think people will connect to it.
That's really cool. I'm glad that he was able to kind of exceed what you wanted.
He did such a good job.
I think it's always really cool when people are able to take what someone else's vision is and make it even better.
That is the greatest gift to like any artist, or really anybody who works in anything creative, where it's like, if somebody's enhancing the thing that you're putting out there, then that something's working.
Hmm.
Instead of like I could only imagine where it's like you get the first draft back and you're like, this is not what I'm looking for, which is not what happened. Like the first draft I got back, I was like, this is perfect,
Hmm.
like no notes. um and yeah, it was just really, really fun. Really fun, upbeat song. So
So, are the rest of the songs on the album going to have animated videos?
I don't think so. We shot two other music videos. I mean, never say never, it's
Hmm.
possible. We shot two other videos that are like, like performance and stuff, and the band is in those. And so, uh, but maybe, I mean, it's possible if we, decide to do some other ones, that could be pretty cool. I'm definitely open to it. That's for sure. I mean, the album, it's got 10 songs, and we're just into the first one. We just dropped the first single. That's the only thing that's out yet. So we haven't even really been fully in the thick of it yet.
Yeah. So what made you guys decide to choose that song as your first one?
It's a good question. I thought that, like, the title, kind of sometimes the way I think about songs is like, if it could be like a bumper sticker or a meme or something that's like, just, I mean, a bumper sticker is probably like the best way to describe it, but if people can kind of get what the song is about just by one line, I think it has a lot of um, potential to like have people talk about it,
Hmm.
because like a bumper sticker is, something that is supposed to get a message across, you know, succinctly. And so this song in particular, it's called "Give the Metalhead a Hug," and I knew that like people were gonna kind of latch onto that and be like, what's that about?" Like, you can make all of the things up in your head, but also it's exactly what you think it is,
Right.
and so I just knew that it was gonna connect with people. And so it's also just a really good song, and it was perfect for the animated, and we had an opportunity to make that video first, and so that's kind of was the decision, where it's just like, let's go with this. And it's been really well received so far, which has been awesome.
That's very exciting. I'm glad people like it. I think it's a great song.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so you said people have liked it so far? So have the fans said anything in specific or thoughts like
We've
that?
gotten really good feedback from the fans. Like, yeah, we got one mention in something from the UK, like that I'm thinking of right now. I mean, it's a slow, I mean, it just came out last week. So
Mhm.
when I say that it's been getting a really good reaction, like people are sharing it. Our the numbers of our plays have shot like doubled in a week, so um, that's, I think, a really good sign, where it literally completely just shot up, you know, uh, by 100% in terms of like the streaming numbers. And then a couple people that have written me have just been like, this is peak Dead Bars, this is quintessential Dead Bars. And I think we delivered on, there's always a little bit of humor in the band. There's always a lot of rock and roll. There's always a lot of singing along. And this song has all of that. And
Mhm.
it's fun. It's serious. Like, it's not a joke. Like, there's humor for sure, but it's not a joke song.
Right.
It's a real sincere song. And so, yeah, I think that's what people connect to with us, where it's like they can kind of laugh and they can kind of cry, and they can, rock out. That's really it. That's what we're here to do.
Hmm. I'm glad that people are liking it. That's always important.
It's been very, like I said, it's only been, I guess it's been 2 weeks. Wow. Has it been 2 weeks? Yeah, I think it has been. So it hasn't been that long, and I'm
Hmm.
I'm really looking forward to the momentum continuing.
Yeah. And I'm sure people are very excited for the first full length album in a little while.
I hope so. I hope so. We definitely have, we have like a pre-order set up. If you go to
Hmm.
deadbars.com, you can pre-order the vinyl, and we've already like really surpassed my expectations. Like, we've definitely have a lot of orders that came in. So that means that there's some enthusiasm, for sure. And then, we're playing some shows. We're gonna be out on the road. We got some more singles coming out. We have a bunch of other things to be announcing soon. And so, yeah, I mean, we're just getting started. We're
Hmm.
just getting started, and very excited to be out there doing stuff.
Yeah. How would you say that this album kind of compares to your other ones?
This album is for sure the most like intentional in terms of the production.
Hmm.
Most of what we've done before has been an approach that's like very immediate. Like we get in there and we record it kind of live, and we kind of leave it raw.
Hmm.
That's what we've been done in the past, and that's been great. But the biggest difference with this one is we went in and we made it, for lack of a better term, it's more produced. Now
Hmm.
that can mean bad. That word can be interpreted as, oh, it's too slick
Hmm.
sounding, and this is more slick than our raw kind of live recordings that we've done before, but it still captures all the energy, and it's just they're better songs, and they're better. It's a better performance all around, like better vocal performance on my part for sure. Better performance with all the other instruments, and just this. I think the songwriting is better, and so I think it just took a little bit of time to get to put to get it written and put it out, but very stoked with where we're at right now.
You got to take the time to make it right.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we did, like, I mean, we definitely got shut down from COVID. We put out an album in 2019, and we did a little bit of touring, and then we had a bunch of plans in 2020 and had to put them all on hold. And so we just decided, like, let's get working, let's get cracking on new stuff, and now we're here. So, you just got to keep moving.
Yeah. COVID definitely put a damper on a lot of things.
This is true. But, some bands didn't make it, some did. It's all good,
Hmm.
like this is arguably the best time for us. We've been getting the most opportunities that we've been, in many years as of recent. So I think it's going to continue.
That's super exciting. I'm really happy for you
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you.
So you said that, it's kind of, you said better vocals, better songs than what you've put out in the past. Would you say that that is because of the time, or was there anything in particular that went into making it kind of a step up?
I think us just becoming better, like growing up, like just becoming better at our instruments,
Hmm.
better at our performances, and that just came with, like, that just came with us becoming a better band and better road band.
Hmm.
Like, when you tour and when you have been doing this for a while, like, you just get into a better kind of rhythm of things, and recording has never been something that is like necessarily my favorite part about um, doing music. I think I like more of the songwriting, the live show, but like I had a great experience recording this because we kind of the it was me and the band, as well as our engineer and producer. We kind of produced it together, and we just vibed really well with the producer, and I was very involved with a lot of the production stuff too. So, and plus we had more time.
Hmm.
We never really, we had a lot more time than we ever had in the studio before, uh for a variety of reasons, but one mainly being that, like, now we're working with Iodine, who's in Boston.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that, but yeah, I mean, they're like your local kind of people out there. And so, like, Iodine, was able to get us more studio time than we were previously used to. And so we just had a little bit more time to hone some of the decisions, and really make it more intentional decisions. And so that is kind of why um I think it's our best effort yet, for sure.
Hmm. So you said that touring is your favorite part. What do you enjoy most about touring?
it's one of my favorite parts for sure. Like I do like other parts, and I enjoyed this last recording part as well. But touring is awesome because it's very real. It's very much like you, particularly if you're a band like us, where every single show you need to gain fans, right?
Hmm.
It's like um, we're not playing to necessarily our established fans. We're still a relatively small act, when it kind of comes down to it. And so I look at the live show as like the barometer for, how well how well we're connecting with people, because this band in particular, like if you get us in front of people, like people are going to become fans.
Hmm.
And so, but that's, like the double-edged sword, because it's like, well, you get to play in front of people if you already have the fans, so
Right.
it's like, it's for us, that's why we take every opportunity. We kind of used to say something like silly, like, one dead bar at a time. We'd get in the van, and we're like, if we can just get one fan in that one bar, and they can, become, a lifelong supporter, then this show was worth it,
Hmm.
And luckily we've had that. We haven't really had situations where, um, we haven't had situations really where we're playing to nobody,
Hmm.
which I think is like amazing. Like there's always people that are there. There's always new people, and so we've just been lucky in that regard.
So for people who haven't seen you live, what can they, look forward to or expect from seeing you guys live?
High energy, fun. Uh, what I hope is that people can come to the show and step out of whatever is happening in their life
Hmm.
and be present with Dead Bars for 30 minutes or whatever it is, and be able to feel something communally and laugh or cry or jump up and down or throw your beer up in the air, and basically, hopefully people walk away feeling better than they did when they walked in. That's the goal. The goal is to make people, to give people some sort of boost, emotional boost, because, I mean, like a lot of the songs are fun, but some are, about stuff that's not so fun, but we try to make it fun,
Hmm.
because, you know, I don't want to be, there's no point in being like a downer when you're on the road trying to provide, like, experience
Yeah.
for people. But like, I mean, some bands, that's their thing. For us, we try to bring it. We try to bring high energy, and we try to bring, fun, and that's what I hope people can take away. And then, we're available too. Like we like meeting people. We like, getting to know folks in all the different cities and stuff. And it's just, we've played a lot of shows over the years and played a lot of cities, and now we have, people that we can count on in all those places. And the only way that we got that is just from, like, you show up, and you never know what's going to happen. That's
Hmm.
also the fun part of touring too, is like in some ways it's very much the same. It's like show up, load in, but in every show is different. And so, like, I really like that kind of adventure
Yeah.
part of it too.
Are there any particular shows that kind of stand out for more memorable moments than others?
Whenever we play this, festival in Florida called The Fest, um, we've done it many years, and that is always, we always have a really good show there. and those are like the people that like believe in us like the most, and like, we will sell out, you know, our showcase there, and we've
Hmm.
done that like, every time really for many years. And so those are always super memorable. Um, a lot of the Seattle shows that we play, we do like a Thanksgiving Eve show every
Ooh.
year. So the night before Thanksgiving every year we do one in Seattle, and those always those are always super memorable. We put together a really special kind of lineup every year, and those are always really really memorable. And then, like, I'm trying to think. We did a couple tours over the years that have been really great. We did a tour a year and a half ago with a band called Off with Their Heads, and they took us out for 3 weeks, and we really got a chance to play in front of like a lot more people than we were used to, and that all of those shows were memorable for me. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot, but those are the
Yeah.
ones I can think of for now.
Probably hard to choose with so many that you've played.
We have played a lot, like we're not like we haven't like we haven't toured like we've never been on the road for like a whole year or anything
Hmm.
like that, like, but we have done a lot, been all over the country for sure, and definitely some international stuff too. But yeah, it is it has been a lot, that's for sure. I mean, it just gets better though for
Hmm.
for for me. I mean, when it starts not getting better, like there's always more people showing up. So as long as that's happening, like I guess we're gonna keep doing it. But I guess if things ever like kind of slowed down, like it could be maybe different, but that hasn't happened. It's slow
Yeah.
build, but things are definitely getting bigger and getting better for sure.
Yeah, I think sometimes fans or people who are, outside the music industry don't realize how long it actually takes to build a fan base.
10 years to be an overnight success or something like that. Is
Yeah,
that is that the adage?
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it does take a while. But I mean that happens like with everybody, I think. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't it's not just unique to us. I think like you said, I think it's very common part of the story.
So how do you kind of, stay inspired while you're kind of going through the times that, aren't, overnight success, let's say?
Oh man, that's a really good question. I mean, everybody, I think everyone, not just this group, but I think like everyone goes through those moments where you're just confused, and you're just like, what am I doing? Or like, it is hard to sometimes stay inspired, but something always comes along. I have a hard time just like, picking up my guitar and like having a song come out. Like it needs something needs to occur in my, life, like, and something needs to kind of like spark. And then once it does, it's very, very easy for me.
Hmm.
But I think like going out and living is the only way for me to feel like inspired, really. It's like because that a lot of the songs are about life, and so if you're not really out there experiencing different things, then there, at least for me, there's not much to comment on or write on. So like a lot of what needs to keep me kind of going is just keep going.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing that is gonna make, at least for me with the songs, and being like, I guess like primary of the songwriting part of the group is experiencing, the highs and the lows, and picking out certain things that you think might resonate with people in those highs and those lows.
Hmm. Yeah. I, they're not always fun to experience in life, but you have to experience them.
You do. This is true. Especially the lows. That's just part of the journey, you
Yeah.
know? And the highs, I have to get better at like just acknowledging them when they happen
Hmm.
and be thankful for the times that they do happen because, it doesn't happen to everybody.
Yeah.
So
I think that's something that's hard because you're just kind of in the moment. You forget to be like, oh yeah, I should really appreciate what's happening right now.
absolutely, especially like take touring as the example or like play, being on the road.
Hmm.
A lot of the times like we we were just recently starting to like, you know, get up early and go do something else that has nothing to do with music.
Hmm.
Like we used to just it's just like strictly business. And so I've
Yeah.
been all over the country, but I never like really stopped and like saw a lot of the towns. We just like roll into town, pull up to the venue, load in, play the show, load out, leave, and then it's just like I don't know anything about, you know, Oakland, California, or like I don't know anything about Atlanta, Georgia, or something. It's like I've
Hmm.
only really been there just rolling through town, and so we're trying to be like the last time we were in Florida, we went to a like alligator sanctuary thing,
Oh.
and like we're just like walked around this swamp and like looked at all these alligators, and like we never do stuff like that. We usually just like leave. But we're trying to appreciate it a little bit more. We're trying to appreciate those like the little things.
Hmm.
But I mean, listen, like people, it's easy to get into a routine. Luckily, we have like the balance where like we're still like, everyone works in full time and we do music full time and stuff too. So like it's for us, I think it's a little bit we're not like completely jaded and like
Hmm.
we're still excited to go out on the road and like get those experiences.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was like your full-time job and you're doing it 9 months out of the year, maybe you're just like, I don't want to go to the alligator sanctuary. I just want to go home. But that's not where we're at. So
An alligator sanctuary sounds like so much fun.
yeah, it was something like that. I can't remember exactly what it is. I mean, it was like free, but it was like in like this swamp, and then there was like a boardwalk, and you like walk above, like you kind of like walk over the swamp, and
Hmm.
then you can kind of like look down, and then it's like basically where all the gators are hanging out.
That's cool.
Like a gator walk.
Yeah, that I definitely have to make sure I do that the next time I'm down there because that
hmm
sounds like so much fun.
You have to. This particular one was near Gainesville, Florida, but I'm sure my guess is they're all over the place if I were to guess.
I would, yeah, that would be my guess too. So I feel like that's a big, big business down there.
Probably, probably. Yep.
Yeah, so you guys have some upcoming shows. So do you have any things planned around those that you're gonna do?
Um, yeah, if you're watching this on the 7th, we're gonna be in San Pedro, California tonight. So come to the show. Then Saturday, February 8th, we're going to be in LA proper, downtown LA at the Redwood Bar in downtown LA. And then on Sunday, the 9th, we're going to be in San Diego, California at the Till 2 Club. And then at the kind of tail end of the month, the 21st of February, we're going to be in Vancouver, British Columbia. So we're going to actually be in Canada doing a show as well. And yeah, the what people can expect is we're going to play a handful of new songs that we haven't played at all. So kind of debuting, we'll be playing Metalhead. We'll be playing a couple other new songs. We're going to be promoting that we have the album out in
Hmm.
March. We are going to be um, hopefully doing more interviews, while we're out there with anybody we can to get the word out. And we will likely be, figuring out a time to come back on the West Coast. We also have other shows that we're going to be announcing very soon, more Northwest shows, and then East Coast and other stuff around the record release. And so there will be lots to be talking about and announcing soon. But if you are listening to this and you live in California, come to our shows in LA area and San Diego, and then Vancouver at the end of February.
That's super exciting.
Yes.
Excited to hear everything else that you guys have to announce.
I mean, the immediate things is like a couple more, at least one more single, so you'll be able to check that out. There's probably gonna be a new video with that too. Um, and then yeah, a full album stream will probably come out close to the release date. And yeah, I'm really really stoked to get that out into the world. It's been many years, and we're looking forward to it. We will be in Boston too, like I
Yay!
said, in April, which we will TBD on the date and the place. We will
Mhm.
announce that soon, but there are other things in the works for sure.
I'm so excited for you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, this is awesome. Thanks for like having us, and like thanks for promoting, and thanks for taking the time out of your day to talk with me. It's
Yeah,
cool.
well, also thank you for taking the time as well.
Absolutely. I'm just getting set up, and got my new I've been in my apartment here for a little bit, and I haven't really done too many interviews, so kind of like figuring out how this is working. Hopefully the
Hmm.
audio is okay,
Yeah,
and
yeah, it's been good.
okay. Yeah, I mean, this has been great. I've been really enjoying it, so thank you.
Yeah. So the last question is, what is the soundtrack of your life?
Oh man, great question. Um, you know, I don't think I have anything like specific right now, but like what got me kind of started in this journey was Green Day Dookie. Like,
Hmm.
so if I were like going back and being like, what, why am I sitting here doing this interview, and why am I in a band and talking about all this stuff? Like, I was 7 years old. I heard Basket Case from Green Day from somewhere, an older kid, maybe, or maybe the radio. And I was just like, it's something that was the greatest song I ever heard, ever. And I immediately went home and said, I need to buy this. I don't know how. And so I asked my mom and dragged her to the store, and we bought the tape. I was second grader, or however old you are. I mean, like and this did not come from anyone else. Like, I mean, I was like, I need this.
Hmm.
And so if I think about, that's a big question, the soundtrack to my life, I mean, that's the first song that I can remember that I felt I vocalized that it was something that I really liked.
Hmm.
There could have been something else for sure, because my parents had some music around, and there was some music around, but this is like kind of the first thing that I remember being like, what is this? I need this,
Hmm.
and whatever this is, I want to do that.
Yeah.
So that's my answer as of now, but and it's shaped a lot of my band too. If you ask them, I think they have a similar story. I think like it sold millions of copies of that album, so I'm sure there's about a million people that have the same story I have. It's not like it's probably not a super unique story, but I was very young. I was really young, and when I got into it, and I remember, yeah, got the cassette tape as a very stoked and anxious to learn second grader or whatever it was. It's so crazy to say that, because if
Yeah.
you've ever looked at a second grader, it's like they're like little tiny,
Hmm.
like they don't. I mean, like I would be like, what? Like, you're into music? What are you talking about? But so yeah, that's my answer.
I like it. I like that you knew what you wanted to do when you were in second
Yeah,
grade.
I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew that whatever this thing that I didn't understand, I just knew that I needed to be like involved.
Hmm.
But I didn't really know that like it was possible to like do any of this. But you learn that along the way. But that was the impetus.
Hmm. Yeah. So for any of the listeners who want to stay updated on you guys, hear the album when it comes out, hopefully see you guys at one of your shows, where can they find you?
Deadbars.com is going to be the best place for like tour dates, for contact info, and also to watch the the video for our single, to pre-order the new album. All that can be done at deadbars.com. That's the best way to do it. If you like the song, if you like anything that we're doing, I just am asking if you could just share it, send it to your friend, tell people about it. It does go a long way. Sign up for our mailing list, which is also at deadbars.com. We only do it like once a month. I don't try to send out a ton of emails, but like that's been really good to connect with, the fans that are, don't want to be on social media, you know.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, deadbars.com is the place to be. And then if you are shopping around for other records too, everything is available at iodinerecords.com too. The pre-order for our album is there as well, but mostly deadbars.com.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
Thank you. And looking forward to getting this out in the world. And thanks for promoting it. And thank you, everybody, for listening. And hopefully, you find some joy in what we're putting out. And if you do, tell us about it. Reach out, join the mailing list, send me a message on online, send us an email. We want to hear from you.
Awesome. Well, have a nice rest of your day.
You too. Have a great one. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Give the metalhead a hug. Give the metalhead a hug. Give the metalhead a hug.